Hi guys, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play series. Last episode, well, if you didn't check out last episode, go check it out. It's, uploaded and free to watch. Why aren't you watching more of my stuff? Please, I beg of you. But, yeah, today there are several things we're going to be doing. Before we get into those things, let me show off the little bit of work I've done to spruce up my, workshop area. Generally make it a little bit more functional. So, yes. I got this water wheel working. I plan to expand it further, like the one down in my lava pool. Because I plan to, as I've messed around with my workshop, and it's been useful, but certain things that are just, like, gonna be needed to make things on a more, shall we say, larger scale. For example, my stone cutter is good, but it doesn't really handle, bulk loads very well. Which means I have to wait forever for it to cut all of the, stone stuff. Plus, having it auto go into, why can't I word? Into the stone cutter would be kind of desirable. And also, like, an automatic concrete mixer would be super helpful. I could do it manually this way, but it requires, certain things to happen, and it's just not as efficient as it could be. And my, compactor is great and all, but having a mass one would also be cool. So, yeah. Fun fact, if you grind up cobblestone, you can turn it into gravel and then grind up the gravel to make sand. So for all of you those who need gravel and sand for concrete builds and you have the crate mod, would recommend. But yeah, just some digging out and work has been done, making it look a little bit better. I eventually plan to make an auto farm as well for like wheat and potatoes and stuff, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yes, I've also been working on a suit of armor to eventually go to the nether with, because I'm going to need protection, because the nether is just a deadly place. But yes, Silver, what are you doing out here? Maybe you're here to report on your scouting mission. Hello, my lord. I'm here to report to you on our scouting mission. And what's the situation, dare I ask? Because that is concerning. Never ever good. Not great, but it's manageable. We did see pillagers, but there are only a few around. If we strike soon, we should be able to handle it. But if I do fear if we mess around too long, more will show up. Okay. Makes sense. They're gathering. Alright then, good to know. We'll attack them tomorrow. Understood. I will begin preparing all the knights accordingly. Well, apparently we're gonna fuck over pillagers, so, yeah. Alright. Alright. Where is everybody? I guess they're not around. My sister has been working non-stop to finish whatever she and Sparky talked about. She seems really excited about it. Maybe it's a good thing. Yeah, it's always a good thing to have something to focus on and take your mind at ease. Alright, I'm guessing everyone must be either taking a break or off building their houses. So let's go this way, as it is where we'll be working. But, Sparky, what you doing here with the shovel? Hello, pookaltins. Fine day for some building, don't you think? I guess so. What you working on? Well, now that the workshop is done and fully functional, I decided I need a house, as I'm the only villager without one. Plus, seeing you and everyone else working on your guys' builds has inspired me to work on my home. Okay, that's appreciated, I see. So this is the spot you picked? Particular reasons? I mean, it's kind of odd. Yes, it's the perfect spot for me. At least it's close to the workshop, no competition for the spot, not too far from the market or the mine shaft. Plenty of room to start digging. It's quite wonderful. It's quite wonderful. Well, fair enough. I'll leave you to work. I'm excited to see what you build. He's been inspired. But, yeah. Alright. But since we're close to the spot we want to be, and we're going to be working today... Oh, Ines, you're out. What are you doing here? Hi there, Lord. I'm starting on my first armor set. Fair enough. I guess you want to get your business going. But, today, we're going to be doing a bit of a different building project. Making this little area here, and maybe a building here, basically feel like a little shopping way. Because, I don't know, I feel like it would be appropriate and it could look very nice. Plus, I don't think there's quite enough room for proper houses for people to live in. And having a proper, set up non-market space could be pretty cool. We're also going to be terraforming up here a bit to be a bit of a tiny park to, for people to chillax and relax at, as I feel like this would be a giant waste of space otherwise, and I want to add a couple more modded things in, like some modded trees and make a proper pond, and, like, properly do this right. And again, this area here would be perfect for a couple shops with some, I think I'm going to be doing a lot less basic vanilla builds, as I do want to, steer away from that a bit, as I feel like down here is a bit too generic. I mean, I've made some improvements here and there, but again, it has some work to be done. But I want this area, and like as further away you get from the old village, to feel like it has its own identity. And it's like very different. But yeah, like some shops here, and basically some basic builds, just so it feels a bit more filled out before we get out to the farmsteads that are out here. But yeah, eventually I do need to get working on that wall. I've been like putting it off. I have lots of brick, probably not nearly enough to finish the wall, but like get it started at least. I don't know. I've been hesitant to get started on it. But who knows? Maybe I am just fretting over nothing. Let's chat with people before we go into our building nonsense. George, what are you doing up there? Wow, their house is coming along rather nicely. And so is their barn. Dang. Oh, he's in there, but, yeah. Let's go see. Molly, you're in here working hard, I see. Hi there, Lord Pookaltin. She smirks at you. Hi, Molly. How's it going? Alright. One more day of work and the barn will be done, which is good news for me. Then the house is next on the list. If you're looking for your guard, he's in the house taking a break. That guy could move a mountain if he wanted to, but he's really sweet fellow once you get to know him. Well, color me surprised. Thanks. As I said before, there's more to people than what you see on the surface. I guess that is a fair point. I really do need to adopt that philosophy, as it is a very good one to have, honestly. Hello, Goliath. Goliath looks up from his chicken sandwich. Hi, Goliath. I'm gonna need you tomorrow for a mission. What job, may I ask? We need to deal with some pillagers. Keep this quiet. Will do. He goes back to eating his sandwich. It does look rather tasty. I'm a little jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. Let's see what George is up to. Alright, come on. That's biggity booty. But yeah, they got a nice little area. I guess this is where she's setting up. Well, good to have an apothecary. They're kind of interesting and necessary. Hi, pookaltins. What's up? Seeing what you're doing. Well, I'm busy helping out our newest members of the village. Oh, really? So there's no other reason. Okay, maybe so I can try out an idea I have which could help out the apothecary. And maybe I find her a little cute, but there's nothing underhanded or evil. Okay, best of luck to you. Thank you, I promise I'm not up to anything. Fair enough. Well, let's just quickly move our buttocks to the location, and then we can get to building time. I have a couple ideas, but I'm going to really freestyle this kind of builds. Like, I think I'm going to probably build the shops first, and then build the park up there after. Just to give a good idea of how things will look. But yeah, I really want this to, feel like it's coming together. And it is, don't get me wrong, I just want it to feel a little less, vanilla. So I might plant some modded trees up here, like maybe an ebony or two. Maybe a willow, depending. I don't know how it will look in this kind of biome, because the biome changes leaf color. And if it doesn't look quite right, I might just choose a different tree, but we'll see. With that being said, let us get into super fast build times. Or more accurately, I'm going to be right back after I've finished the builds. Bop! Bop! And we're back. And now to show you the finished result. It took me a lot longer than I'd like to admit to finish this, but I got it done and I'm ready to show you now. And honestly, I really love how it turned out. So, I wanted this area to feel like a sort of shopping, like old shops down this runway. Because once upon a time, this was just like a little crater valley, which could have been something that for houses, like a hobbit hole, but I kind of scrapped that idea long ago and kind of flattened it out, and you can still see underneath if you dig. But I wanted each building to have its own personality and kind of color palette. And, you know, some look a bit more ominous, like this one, which was the umbral wood I used. I never decorated in this house. I decorated somewhat in some of them. Others, not so much. Like, for example, this is a small shop, but it has a nice little underground area. And, yeah. Again, I might decorate these a bit more, might not, who knows. Time will tell. Eventually I'll get around to it. The first building I got was this one. And I am very pleased with how it came out. It's supposed to be for the apothecary, and I just love the earthy look to it. I used willow and some blue stained glass, and honestly, it just, I love it. Especially with the dark oak feeling like an earthy color, it just worked for me. In way too many different ways, and honestly, I'm a little proud of this building. I used andesite, which I don't know if I like it as much as I hoped, but it works fine enough to differentiate it from the... Oh, hello, wandering trader. Oh, you're here. Neat. Interesting. But, yeah. Again, these were meant to be shops. Mostly just, you know, you can see all of the little shops, and they glow at night, and it just... This place looks beautiful. I also added a lot of trees around. Mainly just for the aesthetic, because I want it to feel like closed off its own little cubby hideaway. But I wanted the trees to be something a bit different than the regular oak trees. Some of these were already here, so I was like, okay, I'm leaving them there. But I used maple trees for the others, and I really like how it turned out. The bright silver and red maples. Which just honestly pop out perfectly and give this area its own vibe. Which, again, bleeds into another area up here in the park, which I'll show you, which I'm actually really proud of my terraforming. And the general, at least the feel I made of that place. But let's just see. I also added a couple trees around here just to make this area feel a little bit closed off. I don't know if I'll ever get around to filling it in. I could, but I probably won't. And to explain the mangroves, I had to go hunting for those. Or more accurately, I had to hunt through my chest to find a sapling. And then I growed a bunch of them, and I just need to chop them down with a tree feller, but I will probably do that off camera. Because I wanted some white wood, and that's kind of what I used for this building here. Which, again, I like how it came together. It feels just perfect. I could have used something else besides dark wood to, you know, show off, and like I did in that house. But I don't know, I just felt like this, it's my favorite wood type. I have a habit, okay? I also repeated the red wood tree doors here just because they match a bit better than the regular cherry wood ones. And honestly, I just love how this place came together. It just feels so natural and nice and closed off. And it just feels right. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now to go to the park area. Now, I don't know how many flowers will stick around. I might change it, but I chose flowers I liked the look of and felt natural, and tried to sprinkle them around normally. I did repeat sort of what I did with my base with a fountain rock, but I think it's alright. It looks good. It feels natural and doesn't stick out. I made a couple more natural rocks using some slabs and stairs alongside it just to give it a bit more, I don't know, personality, shape. A lot less blocky and, shall we say, I don't know, undefined. But I really like it. It does feel like there's just little nuggets and nuggets. Wow, nuggets of space where you can relax and it feels chill and calm. I might add another park bench or two, just because I feel like, this is a good spot to overview things. Just see the village. It has a beautiful view, honestly. And I love how the pond came together. I also added a bit of a pond down here, just to give it more personality. I might add some, like, little street vendor shops here. Not full-on buildings. But we'll see on that front. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But, yeah, I need to find more plants for the pond, because there are a lot more. Just to, round it out a bit. But honestly, it just came together so beautifully. And all the space just feels like it blends into each other. And you don't have to, like, waste a space here. Or put a bunch of buildings here and make it feel, I don't know, messy and cluttered. Which is just wonderful, honestly. It just adds so much, and I'm just pleased with it. I used diorite for that one. Originally, this was going to be ebony wood, but I changed it out because I just felt it matched too much up. It looked too much of the same in, like, all the buildings. I don't know about this stained red glass. Maybe I'll change it to black. Maybe not. But I wanted each building to feel unique, and I feel like they don't, like, clash with each other. They complement each other, which is very nice. But, yes. Honestly, I just love this place. It just feels so right to walk around in it. Again, I didn't quite get what I wanted with this. Again, I might add another tree or two in here just to make it feel dark and mysterious. But honestly, it took forever just getting the trees around the circle of this place to come in. Again, I wish we could get the fairy lights mod to work properly. Maybe when that mod ever updates again, I can eventually get it to, like, add some colorful lights going from shop to shop. But for now, it's basically bugged out, and I don't remove the mod because I don't want to ruin the plaza. But, yeah. So, it is very much a place I've come to love. Again, I don't know how much more design philosophy I'll take from this place. There was just, again, a mixture of different things, and I kind of winged it. I should not, show my backpack because it's full of items. And, full of, like, 3 bags. 3 full massive backpacks of items were used to make this place. And just going back and forth. And I very much underestimated what this place was going to take to build it. But honestly, again, I'm going to need to, make shops like this one have a bit more interior decor. But maybe the villagers will do that. And, yeah. Honestly, I like how it came together. It feels right. Again, I'm definitely thinking I'm going to change the red stained glass. In hindsight, it just doesn't work as well as I hoped. But, yeah, maybe black or white glass would look better. Like, there's options. I really like the stained glass that has been added through the, what's it called? Macaw's windows. Because it just adds so much more personality. Maybe purple. Who knows? But, yeah. There's a reason some buildings have regular glass and some don't. Like, for this one, I want there to be, like, armor stands or something there to, show off stuff. And stained glass wouldn't really allow that to be showed off as well. Whereas I think it works for this building here. I wonder what the lamb is doing there. But, yeah. I definitely need to add some flowers, some other things like plants and such. But I honestly really like it. Oh. Did you forget his llama? Alright. Whoa, buddy. I guess they're automatically set to follow him. That's kind of interesting. Wonder how much AI pathing and logic had to be put into that. But, yeah. Alright. But we should probably clean up my bed. And yeah, sadly, that is as much time as we do have for today's episode. A bit of a shorter one, I know. But next episode, we're going to hunt down those pillagers. I gotta do some preparations for that. With that being said, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I try to post weekly content. But yeah, check out some of my other videos, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!